Xbox is gearing up with a powerful mix of new IPs, sharp innovations, and bold creative swings. From long-awaited reveals to unexpected debuts, this showcase delivers. Let's dive into the biggest partner game announcements. Raji Kaliyuga is set to continue the journey through Indian mythology with richer combat and deeper storytelling. You explore temples, ancient cities, and divine realms filled with spirits and dangerous foes. Combat becomes faster and more artistic, drawing from traditional dances and weapon forms. The world leans into myth, culture, and emotional adventure.
We thought all his knights were dead. Yet Lamorak sends one more.
Tides of Annihilation is preparing a fight through a world collapsing under dark energy. You take on twisted creatures using fast magic attacks, evasive moves, and powerful finishers. Exploration leads across flooded ruins and unstable islands shaped by supernatural storms. The tone stays intense, dramatic, and driven by non-stop action.
Of what you speak, accept your defeat. Beware!
Lamorak! She's created another folded realm. I can't reach her.
We cannot cross two folded realms, but this spear can. Take the spear. The capacity to surprise us. But not enough. Change your directives. Even with your new ally, we end this here. Enemy of my enemy, I lend you my strength.
We fight as one.
Tyranno canine! You will not escape justice! Justice! There is only the king's will!
knight and your foolish foe. Faced with the agony of truth, you choose the comfort of lies. Loyalty without inquiry is in itself a betrayal. Your loyalty has condemned this man.
Reanimal is shaping up to follow humans and creatures struggling to survive in a land overtaken by mutated wildlife. You explore dangerous zones, rescue allies, and uncover the source of the outbreak. Combat mixes melee strikes, tools, and traps that help you handle unpredictable threats. The style feels wild, colorful, and focused on creature-driven action.
Adventures you must be having. So it is not difficult for us to picture the sort of life you are all leading. I know you won't forget us. Good night, and good luck to you all.
The Mound Omen of Cthulhu is set to blend cosmic horror with tense exploration across old towns and forgotten ritual sites. You face creatures drawn from forbidden knowledge, while uncovering the secret behind the ancient mound. Atmospheric puzzles pair with moments of panic and survival. The world feels eerie, unsettling, and steeped in Cthulhu-inspired mystery.
That spark didn't come easy, Ray.
Zoopunk introduces a neon-soaked world where evolved animals take on rebellious, cyberpunk roles. Missions, character abilities, and fast expressive movement are highlighted as its core features. Expect colorful districts, bold style, and gameplay packed with personality. It's shaping up to be a playful and energetic twist on the cyberpunk formula.
Counting on it. It's mine now. Finish him. Give it back!
Defending himself, huh?
It's all yours now, boss.
Good work. Now with this, even the Machine Legion doesn't stand a chance against me.
What?
Huh?
Come to Papa!
Right on time! Miss me?
Gotta hand it to you this time, Ray.
If Tron hadn't planned ahead and sent us as backup, you'd be done for.
Mission done? Let me take a look.
All accounted for. What's next?
It's time to save Torch City.
Black granite and bone, we have endured yet another ambush.
Fatekeeper returns with an announcement focused on destiny-driven mechanics, ancient relics, and spirit interaction. Players can expect tactical, magic-based combat and choices that shift entire regions. Towns, characters, and story routes react to your decisions, setting up a mystical world shaped by fate and exploration.
Preserve me. Just get back in the knapsack.
Fine. But remember, we must reach the Moon Gate and find some clue as to how it may be opened.
I still pray we might find survivors. Someone who can tell us what truly happened here.
Let him go for now, youngling. Let's see what this place holds.
Youngling, do you know my age, rodent?
Your years mean little. This is your first vigil. Thus, you are a neophyte, whether you enjoy the title or not. time.
7 years ago, the veil tore open.
Armatus introduces a grim sci-fi war where armored soldiers enter battle against machines, mutants, and rival factions. The announcement highlights deep suit customization, tactical missions, and heavy combat built around the weight of powered armor. The world is presented as cold, mechanical, and designed for strategic firefights.
Equipped with our best, you will forge a path through Paris, long decayed. Together, we must reach the Sunless Gate. When we die, we will leave this place. But you return again and again. What are you, really? And why have you come? Is this our salvation?
A 00 agent needs the fastest, most dynamic, and of course most striking car when they're on duty.
007 First Light is set to deliver cinematic spy missions built around stealth, gadgets, and sleek action. You infiltrate secure locations, gather intel, and pick silent or aggressive approaches depending on your tools. Missions support multiple paths shaped by your decisions. The tone stays sharp, stylish, and full of classic espionage flair. From the Ashes expands Pandora with new regions, clans, and wildlife that broaden the open-world Na'vi experience. Expect aerial traversal, upgraded crafting systems, and new threats rising against the natural world. Exploration is shaping up to feel alive, colorful, and tightly connected to Na'vi culture and survival.
Haven has been claimed by the RGA and the Ash Clan, the fierce Monkwa Na'vi who thrive on chaos and pain.
More absence, but in Mangwan colors. They must adorn them with ash and paint.
Following a devastating ambush, Sotlek finds himself alone. Having once lost his family before, he now desperately searches for his friends, the Sarentu. In From the Ashes, the RGA have returned in force, now even stronger due to their alliance with the Ash Clan. Their presence can be felt and seen across the Kinglor forest, which is now more hostile than ever before. At this point in the game, Sotlek is equipped with only his bow and knife.
No Mangwan. Must be inside Home Tree.
But this doesn't stop him, because as a hardened warrior, Sotlek has the skills to navigate the battlefield under the cover of stealth. Or he can launch a full assault and brutally take down any forces that stand in his way.
What have they done?
The Ash Clan's lust for power poisons the frontier. They subjugate and intimidate, spreading destruction across the land with ruthless pleasure in their quest to wipe out the western frontier's resistance.
Jitangi, you died a warrior.
Tell us where the Sarentu are hiding, or you will see your people burn. Answer me! Do not be brave.
Sotlek has just discovered that some of the missing Sarentu have evaded capture, but it is now a race against time to find them before the Mangwan do. The brutality of the Mangwan is not to be underestimated. Sotlek must face them if he's to protect the people of these lands. These Mangwan raiders are fearsome enemies as their speed and agility can put pressure on the player. However, as players defeat enemies that stand in their way, they will earn Sotlek XP in the form of dog tags, which he can use to improve and grow his warrior skills and abilities. A Na'vi death by Na'vi hands. Never before has Sotlek taken the life of one of his own. But there can be no mercy for the merciless. Hunted, he becomes the hunter. As an experienced fighter, Sotlek uses this surge of adrenaline from fear and pain to channel his warrior senses, making him much more lethal in combat through elevated perception and strength. RDA has also brought new technologies such as upgraded amps, scale suits, and hellhounds to aid their occupation of the Kingler Forest. But the warrior Sotlek knows their ways. His own methods are brutal and calculating. He will stop at nothing to even the odds in battle. Sotlek's faithful Ikra, Ile, also supports in battle, either giving Sotlek a quick way to reposition in combat, or attacking enemy forces directly. This is just the beginning of Sotlek's path of vengeance, as he has found no clarity in the search for his lost Sarentu family. In from the ashes, explore a world's lush and thriving land that is now charred and burning. Save your loved ones as you stand against an overwhelming force of RDA and the ruthless Ash Clan. Become Sotlek and learn what it means to be a true Na'vi warrior.
One of the biggest fears of an astronaut doing extravehicular activity, or EVA, is somehow becoming detached and floating away.
Osiris Reborn is preparing a sci-fi journey filled with political tension and deep space danger. You board abandoned ships, explore distant outposts, and confront strange alien phenomena. Decisions shape alliances and influence how missions unfold. The game blends exploration, story, and tough choices across the system.
To strike the right balance, realism grounded in science fiction, not simulation.
During real spacewalks, we actually use tethers to keep ourselves attached to the vehicle. In a reactive game, that would be too clumsy, and so mag boots is a creative way to kind of compromise and keep it realistic, but also be able to be reactive. But the fear is the same, becoming detached somehow and drifting away. And that's just one example. Even firearms would behave differently in space. Recoil and ballistics would also be different. People think about space as silent, but silence can mean danger. For example, inside of the spacesuit, there's a steady hum of the fan that's blowing oxygen over your face. The people at Alcat Games did some research and figured out that vibrations caused by shots inside of a vehicle would translate to the hull and likely be felt through the mag boots.
We love the idea, but had to adapt it. Pure realism would mean almost no sound in combat. No vacuum, you hear more than Austiners do, but far less than in atmosphere. What you hear is what your character feels. Breath, comes, vibrations. The tension stays, and so does the fear.
Mission crews train for months, even years together. The commander is chosen first and sets the tone. Just like in the game, trust takes time and shared experience.
The ship is crew's home. To craft the right atmosphere, we focus on the smallest of details. Life in space changes tastes. Astronauts often crave spices just to feel such sensations again. On pink water meals created from what could actually be grown in orbit. And in the same spirit, you'll even hear your companions discussing food and ingredients on the ship. We hope that our approach to blending realism with gameplay considerations will make players experience something engaging and truly immersive.
I was called in to contain the breach.
Echo Generation 2 is set to continue the voxel-styled adventure with larger worlds and deeper turn-based combat. You solve mysteries, visit unusual towns, and battle supernatural foes. Chapters introduce quirky characters and new locations to uncover. The game blends nostalgia, humor, and emotional storytelling.
Once forces beyond our reality trapped me. It was a one-way ticket to a whole new world. question isn't, what can I do to survive? But what can I do to find my way home?
Retrace the Light introduces a calm, atmospheric journey built around memory and luminous ruins. Players can expect puzzle solving, environmental storytelling, and a world that reacts subtly to exploration. It's announced as a reflective, peaceful experience centered on light and loss.
Bunch of pixels like there's no tomorrow. Come again to feel the magic of the average Italian countryside.
Vampire Crawlers brings dungeon action filled with vampiric beasts, traps, and progression-driven loot. The announcement points to fast melee, spellcasting, and tight corridor combat. Each location hides fresh dangers and rewards, setting up a grim, supernatural crawl.
The outcome is always accurate. Use wilds to break the combo system and summon survivors to trigger cascades of effects. Get overpowered and plow through enemies, or carefully customize your abilities to control the unhinged chaos.
I've lingered here far longer than I ever meant to. Retracing old steps and replaying every moment.
Total Chaos sets the stage for a harsh survival journey inside, collapsing industrial zones filled with nightmarish creatures. Players will scavenge supplies, navigate tight corridors, and rely on improvised tools when combat becomes unavoidable. The world is being built around constant pressure, oppressive darkness, and heavy claustrophobic tension.
They're all I have left. So hard not to drown. And yet here you are, dragging yourself deeper. It feels familiar, doesn't it? You loved this place once. Every moment you dwell here will lead you closer to inevitability. If you still had a chance to leave, would you take it?
Attention all drivers. This is your one.
Carmageddon Rogue Shift brings back vehicular destruction with an open-world twist. Expect explosive racing, brutal car-on-car combat, and environments built for spectacular crashes. Upgrades and weaponized vehicles shape the experience, positioning it as loud, chaotic, and unapologetically extreme.